astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism Show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, see truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner. 2 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 2 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Speaker's Corner. We are on to, believe it or not, episode number 8. Yes, we've changed the time to 3 minutes. We got some other little small rule changes coming up. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's do the sponsors, get them out of the way. Shall we? We shall. I agree. And then we can get right into it. Sorry for being a little late today. It will be Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. This was a one-off, but going forward, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays. All right. Hope everybody's well. I'll check the chat here momentarily. Let me get done with this. Up first, we've got TruthSmacks. Where else would you rather be? Who else would you rather be buying your TruthSmacks from or your trail mix from? Then Suzanne. Suzanne's awesome. Go ahead and check her out. That's at truthsmacks.com. You can also go to resources if you are maybe trying to wake up some friends or family. It's a great place to start. All kinds of germ theory exposed, all kinds of misinformation here. Vaccines, truth-oriented media channels. You've got all the good stuff here. Truth about AIDS is very deadly. Don't sleep with people without a condom. And Anarchy and Natural Law, 9/11, when the 19 hijackers with the box cutters took down those planes. Terrible. And all those other fun stuff. So that is TruthSmacks. Check them out. We also have JJ's CBDRub.com. That is JJSCBDRub.com. He actually does it all himself. Grows it there in Wisconsin, right? I believe. Yes. On a small Wisconsin farm with Return to Eden, no-till gardening. And we've got high potency rub for those who have aches and pains. Check it out. That is at JJSCBDRub.com. And then last but not least, of course, we've got the THCshow.live. You can just go to that website and click right here where it says shop the merch, shop THC merchandise. He's got a special deal right now, $40 on the LED hat that I'm wearing. Look at tonight, I'm smoking, I think. Well, I'm not high yet, but I will be by the midpoint of the show. So in honor of that, I did a little joint on there. You can actually make your own on the app, which I don't know if you have like absolutely no time. I mean, if you have absolutely no life and have nothing but time, then you could probably sit down and create a animation to do whatever you want. For me, I choose the prefabricated ones because that's just easier. But it's $40, and if you use coupon code Jaren420, you get 10% off that. And he'll also put a logo on the back of it. For example, this Jaren logo on the back there. Dope, Jaren, dope. Yes, I know. You don't have to tell me twice. So that is our sponsors. That is it. We are pretty much ready to roll. We've already got some. Oh, they left. Well, there was somebody waiting in the wings, but they're gone. So let me explain the complaints I'm getting and why there'll be rule changes. Let's see if we get everything up here. We got to get that off the screen. So everybody says I'm playing favorites by letting certain people talk and not other people. So I don't want that. Heaven forbid that it's my show that I let people talk that I like. But no, I get it. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to test this real quick and see if it works. I'm going to turn on the countdown here for 3 minutes, and because I don't think there's any other choice. Where is it? Countdown. Hello? Oh, there we go. That's where it is. So let me check this real quick. We're going to transfer this over. What is on there? We'll get there. We'll get there. That's a little better. Now somebody's here. All right. So we're going to just check this real quick. We're going to start the clock, and I want to see if... Here's what should happen. When it gets to the end of the clock, we hope that instead of a loud, abrupt, stupid sound like was happening before, what's going to happen now is there'll be some music that starts playing. It's about 30 seconds worth of music, maybe 40 seconds. And that's your time to wrap it up. That's your time to tell everybody where they can find you, what's your social media, what is your Twitter, what is your OnlyFans, if people want to subscribe there and see all your lovely giblets. Do that. And then by the end of that song, so I think it takes about 40 seconds, you're going to get dumped. I'm telling you right now that it may come across rude. It's just because it's the only way I can really do it. If I try to be Mr. Nice Guy, then I let you stay on and then people complain. So we'll try it tonight. And here's what I guess will happen is that there'll be several times throughout the night that there'll be nobody waiting to talk because I got rid of everybody. So, and then the other thing we're doing is the first half of the show is going to be with the tiny URL only. We get that link up on the screen. And then hold on, I think I want it to go across the top, not the bottom. I don't move this. Let's go up here. Maybe there's gonna work. What was I saying? Sorry, I have to redo this. Let's see if that works. Move over. What is going on? Weird. What? Oh, because I moved that down there. Brilliant. Okay, let's see how I'm going to fix this here. 1 second. Just got to see if I can get these on the screen for you. Oh, I think we'll do it. Nope, that won't work either. Move this down a little bit. Sorry, I have to reorganize everything because nothing is where it's supposed to be. Wait. Why is the clock there? 1 second. I don't understand why the clock is on the same... That doesn't make any sense. Why is it part of that? Anyway, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. For some reason, my clock is attached to one of my scenes, and so when I move it around, it moves the clock. That makes no sense. That shouldn't happen. All right, well, how do I fix that? Is that okay if the clock's there? I just guess so, right? Clock's going to be there to be on people's faces, but you can still see it. It'll work. It'll do. It'll do. And let's see if we can get the... Oops, don't do the phone number yet. Do the tiny URL. See if it works. Why does that rise up? Like, that's weird. Okay, that's not going to help much. We got to make sure they can see it. Lower it a little bit. All right, that should be good enough. So we've got tinyurl.com/cornerism if you want to join the first half. And then when we go to Rockfin only, when we dump YouTube, then the phone lines will open and you can call the phone number. Let's see if we fix that now. Go. And come on screen. There we go. It's a little large, but it'll have to do. All right. I don't know if I can make that smaller or not. It'll have to do, I guess. It'll do for this time. Oh, there it goes. See the music? Okay. So that's your time to kind of wrap it up. And it will kind of force you out of there. All right, good. I like it. And then it gets really loud, like, get the out of here. Okay, good. It should fade in a little bit more than that. I'll fix that next week. I promise. Okay, let's get this one. No. That is not going to work. How am I going to fix that? It's way too loud. Okie dokie. I'll have to figure out a way to fix it. How am I going to fix that, though, but in the middle of the show? 1 second. We'll have to fix this first. This one here. And then we'll be ready to start. So you guys can get in line if you want. I see only one person waiting, so there's got plenty of room there. Can we shorten that up there like that? Let's hope this works. Let's try that. Check mark yes. Come on, work. Work, I tell you. And go, work. Work, I tell you. Now, go, work. That'll do. That will do. Okay, we're good there. We've got your link up on the screen. Join the show. Should say that, maybe. And then the phone number will be up for the second half. Join the show. Uh-oh. S-H-O-W. Okay, we're good. space, enter. All right, so I should say join the show now, tinyurl.com/cornerism. Yes, okay, we're good. And I am ready here. And the only thing I need to do is somehow fix that soundbite. I'll just have to put a different soundbite in there because that is going to kill the ears. So good idea, but bad execution. And there's no way for me to change the volume on a... yeah, we're going to do it together, actually. We're going to fix that. So we just need to change the volume of a MP3 through... Does that work? Through Audacity? I think so. We'll try it real quick. We've got over here, and this way we can be ready to go. Let's see, what else did we do? I passed out earlier today because I was listening to Made by Jim Bob's response video to me. Oh my goodness. It was so boring. So many words, so many just nonsense propositions. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I guess I'll eventually answer that, even though there really is nothing to say. It's clear what's going on in that situation. And they just don't get it. They think that they're like, oh no, God can do anything he wants to do, and we just have to do whatever. And then they say, because we're not allowed to use our morality to judge God. They miss the whole idea that if that's the case, then God could be the most evil, wicked slayer of all time, just be doing whatever he wanted, and it would be the same situation. You can't then say, oh, now I have a problem with what he's doing. Well, what do you mean? You said that we're not allowed to judge him based on our morality because he's God. So there's a logical flaw there that is glaring to everyone except for people who believe that. Sorry, I got carried away. Where are we going here? We have to go here and music. And how am I gonna? I gotta think here. How I'm gonna do this. Do anybody know how to lower the volume of a? I'm sure I can figure it out. It is. Nope. What did I call it? Does calls. Here it is. Okay, so that is way too loud. Let's go here. Let's see if we can fade it in more. Okay, effect fade in. Okay, and then how do you change the volume? Is that an effect? Try this out here. Effect. Bass pitch. Come on, where's volume? So we're gonna do volume. Vocal delay, crossfade, fade in, fade out, distortion compressor. I don't know where it is. Loudness normalization. No, I don't want that. Noise reduction. No, it's not that. It's not what it is. Let's try fade out again. Oh wait, no, fade in is what it's supposed to be. Control Z. Effect fade in. It keeps reducing it. Effect fade in. All right, one more time. Effect fade in. Let's try that. Let's see how that sounds. So if it starts there and go here. Come on, don't be so loud. Don't kill me. And then we'll be ready to go if that works. Okay, I like it. Let's check the chat. See how everybody's doing today. Is the chat on the screen is the question. Don't blow my eardrums out, whatever you do, please. Please. Let's check it out. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see what we got. Is that as loud as it gets? Stay there. Okay, I like it. That'll work. We can do that. We can do that. File, export. It's going to be an MP3. And yeah, you can call it that, and then you can replace the old one. Replace the one that already exists, yes. Okay, close, save, no. And we should be good to go. Okay, good. Clock's going, I think we'll be good. Let's see if we've got this going. There we go. All right, we are good. And the chat is where? Big Pine Sailing, what's up, my friend? How are you? Hope you are quite well. And we've got Sneaker Subculture. What's up, Jaron? Sweet intro. Thank you. That's definitely Impulsive Zam, so you have to thank for that one. It's very good job that he did. Let's see here where the YouTube chat is. It's called YT Chat. Yes, there it is. And okay, we are not having any luck here. Browser 2. Oh, duh, because you have to put in the URL, genius. Okay, copy that. And there we go. Control V. Okay. So I'll just do this every show. I'll just do the whole setup while I'm on the air with you guys. There we go. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. Turtle. All right, so we're ready to go there. And let's go to the next page here. Oops, this one. Okay, so we've got those are on the screen. And we're going to put Rockfin on the screen and we'll be ready to roll. How's everybody at Rockfin? Oh, I see some people in there. Good. Let's give you the pop-out chat. Let's grab this. And let's go to OBS and put it in under Rockfin chat, browser, properties, and a link. And we should be all set, and I can now nap. Okay. And let's see, are they there on the screen? There's the chat. We are all set. The screen is ready. Boom. We are good to go. Let's bring on our first guest, shall we? I am actually going to wait 1 minute and 14 seconds for that time to end so that I can make sure that the sound is good. I just watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one with, I like the one with Casey Jones. Casey Jones. Victoria and Crystal here, flat smacking Long Beach. Nice. Long Beach better watch the hell out then. That's all I know. Let's see here. Oh, that's kind of, I forgot I have that. That's better. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'd rather have this fly across the screen. It's bothering me anyway. There we go. That's tinyurl.com/cornerism. Yeah, I'll put that instead of the scrolling bar. I like that better. Logo's up there. We got the time slot. We are good there. And we're going to put on left side. Where's StreamYard? Yes, there. And turn off this. All right, let's bring on Earth is Seriously Flat. You're going to get an extra 24 seconds today just because. Oops. Because I said. Wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, it's because this thing's always open. Close this box. There we are. Now you're good. All right, are you there? Earth is Seriously Flat.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna let this time run out. It's at 5 seconds, and we're just gonna make sure that the sound isn't going to cause auditory. I was gonna say blindness, auditory deafness. See? Now it's too quiet. I don't hear any music.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Hold on, where's my music? Oh, maybe I have to re-select it because it's a new. I don't think you should have to do that. Wait, now I hear it. Okay, so it's good. So the music will come in, and then that's when you will head out. All right, sound good? All right, so we're gonna just close that, and here we go. Welcome to the show. You are our first guest here on the Speaker's Corner. Although you're gonna have to probably listen to that music because. Wow, that is super loud. Well, it'll get rid of them. All right, your 3 minutes is up, and you can begin. Welcome to the show. Go.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for all the work you do for our community. Most people don't realize that we are all already flat earthers.
Who is this, Chris? No?
This is Earth is Seriously Flat.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Just so grateful we were going to have an amazing meetup. This southbound sun equinox.
Mm-hmm.
The 24th. That's one of the most important things that we need to start teaching our children what the sun is really doing. They have all these different names from the equinoxes. We only have 2 equinoxes. Southbound and northbound sun equinoxes. It's very important that we need to start using the proper vocabulary when we're talking about where we are now that we're all flat earthers. It's not a stratosphere, it's just a stratusplane. All right, this is a plane.
Agree.
All right, so if this, and every time you encounter a glove worshiper, you to tell them, what is that? They say a horizon. Okay, is it a horizontal? Yes. Okay, was it a curvaison? No. Okay, then it's a horizontal horizon. If they will really be into the glove, they will really embrace a curvaison, but they're not doing that. So that we still have hope to save these people. Continue teaching them about where they are. They don't really know their own religion. Teach them that the only ingredient that you need to become religious is faith. And that's all they have, faith. Every time you try to ask them, okay, try to verify distance between Polaris on us. It's all hypothetical. Glove diarrhea. They gotta know that. Gotta know that there are just following a religion, pure and simple. Start teaching them science.
Agree?
Curvature is with CGI or fisheye lens. And we have to really empower our children, our grandchildren. They're going to school, face that they have to be vaccinated with these new mandates. You know, they have to wake up to that. Hopefully, they can homeschool and letting them know that there's people that still believe that they don't need to question whatever they've been taught. You know, you become a zombie if you don't question what they're telling you. You become a repeater. We don't want to create a factory. More repeaters in this world, more followers, and we need to wake children up to the gravity of the situation. And another thing, every time they ask me about gravity, what about gravity? Well, gravity was never used.
I'll fix that, but go ahead and give everybody where they can find you.
We're all flat earthers. Just make sure you share the message that we're all in this non-rotating flat earth. Have a good day. I love you.
Love you too. Have a good one. All right, let me fix that because that is too much for my ears. So that's going to be a fade in. And let me just do this and see if that's any better. Yeah, stay there, stay there, stay there. Don't go any higher. All right. That's good. Effect, fade in. Okay, I can deal with that. Let's do that one. And effect, fade in. Now the only problem is there's not quite enough time for, I guess I'll start to hear it about there. It's not bad. So if we get rid of all this, okay, we're good. Let's stop that file, export MP3, and you can keep the same name. Yes, change. Okay, easy enough. All right, let's bring on the next guest. We've got Sacred Knowledge in the house. I should give a certain award for like consecutive speakers corners. You would be the current title holder. All right, I'm going to put you on your 3 minutes, and it begins, and you'll hear the music, and then you can let everybody know what place or where they can find you.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead,
Can I go? All right, cool. Peace. And thanks. I want to say too, thanks a lot.
Are you there? Can we see you? Oh, you're just in the dark.
Oh yeah, is it too? You can see me a little bit, huh?
It looks like a ghost. You're fine.
All right, cool. So more important what I say anyway. Well, I want to say thank you for giving people a chance, you know, to give the voice to the voiceless. It's pretty cool what you're doing. Most people won't do that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
They like to keep the limelight to themselves, and you're exactly what democracy is about, you know. But
yeah, no, I always try and think of what I would have liked when I was starting out. It would have been great if a big channel or somebody who had more subs than me said, Jaron, come on and talk flat earth for 10 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, and then get some subscribers that way. So doing that,
it's dope, man, because people like to hear the variety and opinions and stuff, believe it or not. And a lot of people, they're just so ego, they want to give that out to people. But you know, you're able to do that. So shout out for that. But what was I wanted to say? Just basically wanted to bring some light to some channels or some things that are trending right now on YouTube that I think are very important that people might have heard it already, but if you haven't heard it, make sure you check out all the First Amendment audit channels that are popping up. So people are practicing and teaching. And it's funny too to see the confrontations that happen with these Karens and these cops that don't know the Constitution. They don't even know what the highest law of the land is that they're protecting supposedly is. They don't know any of the amendments of the Constitution. But we all have the right to film and record anything that our eyes can see or our ears can hear in public. And if you're in public, you especially if you work for the government, you're under the policy is to identify yourself and to be there's no you can't desire, or what's the word, I can't think of the right words, but you can't expect privacy in public, you know. So you can be filmed, and people get all crazy when they see a camera, and they're like, "Why are you filming?" Well, you don't have to. So you have to learn the First Amendment, what it's about, and your rights. You know, exercise them. That's why these channels are teaching about this, and the cops get clowned. Cops get sent home all the time, and Karens get clowned, and it can get pretty bad too. Like with the peppers, it gets all the way to pepper spray, and like people, you know, assaulting, like putting their hands on people. They don't know. People don't understand their rights but they find out the hard way through these audit channels. So look up First Amendment audits, and also scammer channels are great. I don't want to draw attention away from you guys in the flat Earth. Don't
It's
get
all
me
right.
wrong.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to let people know because there's so much scamming going on. The Scammer
So much
Buster
scamming.
channels. Have you seen the Scammer Buster channels?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. A couple I saw I thought were fake, but I mean, again, that's just me.
I wish I had some to recommend. I've seen a couple where they're so pro at it. They change their voice. The guy gets in the scammer's computer and erases all his, you know, like they really
Right.
make it. It's like remember the Jerky Boys back in the day with how they change their voices, they crank call people. It's like that kind of comedy where he's sound like an old lady talking, but it's a dude and he's fooling them. He's got these scammers on the line for days and days trying to get all this money, and then in the end they find out that they got scammed. You know, it's great.
Okay, where can they find you?
Find me at Rudy Bravo on Facebook. Rudy Bravo.
Thanks,
MC
Rudy.
Universe. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, that might have worked perfectly. Let's see. And boom. I like it. That'll work. Let's do that one. All right. Thank you, Sacred Knowledge, who's the current WWE title holder for consecutive Speakers Corners. And let's go with Matt Robbins. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jaron. How's it going?
Doing fantastic. Yourself?
Good, thanks.
Custom Fabricator just said FJB, just to let you know. Just making sure you know that. All right. We're going to start your 3 minutes, and it begins ahora. Go.
Okay, so I just wanted to comment on the conversation between you and Jim Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are kind of talking past each other.
Yeah, totally. Well, I didn't realize he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch me at all.
No, he does.
Well, he doesn't know. He didn't know. He thought my name meant some religion because it has an ism at the end, which I've explained probably 100 times that it's not. It's me. It's Jeranism. His
Yeah, I
would
think
be.
he's kind of.
Good.
Yeah, no, I think he was just kind of making fun a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But so my comment was kind of like my commentary is kind of I think you can't really have a proper discussion because they're coming from a faith-based worldview, and you can't kind of discuss it logically.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. It is two different worlds. Yeah. Sorry, you weren't coming through. Go ahead. I don't think your sound's coming through, Matt. I'll give you a second to see if it picks back up. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. I mean, it's two different worldviews, but they try and come across like they're logically consistent and that they've had this whole setup and that it's great and it works. But it only works if the God of the Bible is God. And again, that's where I guess faith comes into it, because if that's what they want to believe, that's fine. But where I'm saying that I don't think that's God is because I disagree. They think I'm saying that I'm judging the Creator based on the morality he gave me, which is kind of true, but it's more like I'm judging the character in the book based on the morality I know the Creator gave me. So it's not they're attaching those two and saying, oh, he's judging the God in the book based on what the God in the book gave him as morality. That's where they're mistaken, because that would be dumb. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a God, Creator. That's the presupposition. He gave me morality. I have it. I feel it. I look in the Bible and I see a character that does by no means fall into that realm of moral beings. So what I kind of realized from their conversation is those guys are not moral at all. They're obedient. And I think that people have missed the difference between those two things. There's morality and then there's obedience. And those guys are little whipping boys. I mean, they would do, you heard him, do anything. I mean, I asked him, like, what would you do if God came down and messed with your wife? And he's like, how could we ever stop him? how could we stop God if he came down and talked? It's like, that's not the point. The point is, would you stand up and say something, or would you cower like a little girl? And it's clear to me what they would do. They're under the impression that whatever God does, he's allowed to do. And that, to me, if you were God, that's not impressive. That's not what you want. You don't want that from your creations. So they'll find out. Well, they'll find out when they come back and start this whole round again, back on this earth as it falls apart. I lost him. Let's go to FEC Crypto. Welcome to. Oops. Oh, you're gonna have to hear the end of that music. Hold on one second. Give me a second because this music is going to play out.
Okay.
Okay. What's up? I think you might be the first. No, wait. Maybe we had Orphan Red. I lied. You might be the first female on the camera that we've had.
Really?
I know, it's shocking. It's gonna get louder.
Cool.
Let that go off, and then we'll let you start. Boom, boom. All right. Welcome to the show. Who are you? Tell us about yourself, and you got 3 minutes, and it begins now.
Hey, I'm Silly Baby. I am a crypto developer. I'm kind of new to it all. I developed a coin that represents the flat earth community, getting the money out of the fiat system and, getting it in a decentralized system that we work together on. Totally not a rug pull, liquidity locked, contract announced, everything's good with that. I'm not passionate about money. I'm passionate about change and doing stuff, because you talk about God, and I feel like my relationship with the Creator is like vying in good deeds, because my flesh is mortal. So, we have to do as much as we can and go hard with as much as we can. And, with my cryptocurrency that I developed, I feel like, there's stuff to do and improve upon it. But I feel like it's a step in normalizing the truth, because right now we live in a realm where lies are considered truth and truth is considered taboo. So kind of switching that system, and we are prophets. Like you say, like some people believe in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and say there's no more prophets. In the book itself, it says every time there's a destruction, there are prophets. There are female prophets, there are male prophets. We're prophets. And, it's confusing and stuff, but, I just feel like every time you talk about the God of the Bible, the Bible, there's so much to the Bible. There's Paul's, added in stuff that's like, saying Jesus is God and all that, which is idol worship. And it's the wrong path, because, people worship money, they worship themselves, they worship all these things. But at the end of the day, you just got to follow the signs, follow the Tao, make mistakes, and learn from them. And I'm sorry if I'm talking weird. It's pretty late here, and I haven't been sleeping that good. So if I sound like
you sound
weird,
very logically coherent compared to some.
Okay, I'm logically coherent.
So let me ask you a few questions real quick, though. What chain is that coin on? BNB or?
Yeah, it's on the Binance Smart Chain. It's BNB. I'm considering making my own blockchain next month, where I'll have a coin, Flat Earth coin, on my own conspiracy blockchain. But for now, we're on the Binance Smart Chain. So basically, you would just have to own BNB and swap for it on Pancake Swap. And
what about the? Did you renounce the?
It's ownership? An easy way to 100 times your money. I didn't even pull out. I made about like $6,000 and just left it in the coin to go up and down. And
what about the contract? Did you renounce that, or who owns it?
Yeah, I renounced it instantly, which means like I should have kind of like looked in first to see if I made some mistakes before I renounced it. But like a lot of degen people were like, renounce. And I was like, fuck, okay, I renounced it, but the contract's fine. It's working great. I did develop a new coin. I have 11 seconds. So just, what I mean? I guess go to flatearthcrypto.com and just check out all the links there if you're interested in getting it. Put your money in from BNB and get like 10 times, 20 times, 100 times gains.
Yeah, you've got about 20 seconds. So where can they find you and find everything?
What?
So where can they find you, the coin and everything? Go ahead and give all your links.
Oh, I'm blown up on Telegram. I love Telegram. I think it's the shiz. Like, check me out on Telegram, t.me/Flat Earth Meme Coin. Check it out. We could say whatever we want on Telegram, which is totally cool. I like not having to restrict my brain for the sake of a tyrannical system that's just illogical. So yeah, check out Telegram, bro. You can see me there. I mean, like, go to Pancake Swap, go to PooCoin Charts, and find me. I'll drop my contract in the message chat thing.
All right, sweet.
I'm a female crypto developer. I'm serious about it. I'm not no crypto thought. I am smart. And I'm sorry, I'm so
Thanks.
weird again. I love you guys. I love you, Jaren.
Love you. Bye.
And find God without religion, but there's a sentient one being, like in the book of the Law of One. I'd read the Law of One. I'd read the Nag Hammadi scriptures. I'd read Apocrypha. I would read the friggin' Gnostic scriptures.
I'm gonna dump you.
I'd read. Bye.
At least I warned her, right? And then there's nobody after her, of course. Get in line. We've got some openings, I believe. We've got, and then we will be going to Rockfin in a little bit. Let me get up something else here so we can get this on the screen. Always do that. And have that there so we don't have to see all that nonsense. There we go. We'll check in with the chat, see how everybody's doing. Money is the root of all evil. Yes, I would agree. You have to, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's how they run the world, right? Think about it. When you really look down deep into it, it's everything that they do is based on money. They can buy off anybody they want because they make the money. And it also will allow pretty much anybody to live the rest of their life unbothered if they're paid off in a large sum. So what we got here? Nowhere in the 66 books, 40 authors, does the Bible say this book was written by God. Thou shalt believe in it and follow everything this book has written in the Bible. No, it just says something about this book is good for teaching and clarification and correction, even though it's really not. There's some parts in there probably shouldn't be in there. But how old are you? I'm still standing to Sky Anomaly says I'm too old to do crypto. I would agree if you're like 90. I don't think I would do a consultation for somebody who's 90. Let's check something real quick over here. I want to, and the phone lines are open, not the phone lines, the joining tinyurl.com/cornerism is open. And then we'll get to the phones after. Let's bring this over. Come on, where is left browser? Yeah. If you want to find all my links, go to Linktree, linktr.ee/Jeranism. You can see here it is here. So you got all the links. You've got my website. You've got donation, paying for things if you want to pay for a consultation. That stuff's here. Donate to Jeranism does. You got all the videos like TikTok. You can actually pop this open and it will load, I believe, my most recent TikTok. Nope, that's not my most recent one. Let's watch the most recent one though, because it's funny. If I can find it, view profile. There we go. Let's watch this one. Uh-oh. Call the police. Sound the alarm. Stop the presses. Shaquille O'Neal is in trouble. He's gone and committed a mortal sin, and that sin is not being in love with the ball earth. Oops! Shaq did it again. Shaq, don't you know better than to actually give us your honest opinion? You're not allowed to do that, bro. Fuck. Yep, Shaq talked about the flat earth again. So I'll let you listen to that, and then after we can decide on betting whether he'll be required to go on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. I'm voting Kimmel. To retract that bogus and untrue, unscientific position. We live on a ball we've known for thousands of years.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you have any desire to do things like go up into space? You know how a lot of people, William Shatner.
Never.
No, you shut that down quick. Why?
Yeah,
They're scared of that, I think. It's a very. Who wants to go to that place?
I am.
Yeah, I would be too.
Because just my luck of with me being all big, I try to move around. I hit one of those buttons that'll send me into hyperspace, and I'll never be seen again. On today's episode of Shaq Lost in Space.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if that happened? That would be terrifying.
No. Shaq is over Australia and he's looking for Jackie O. Can Jackie O bring the Shaq home?
Now, I did hear a podcast once where you were fighting with someone claiming that you thought the world was flat and there's no way it was round. Was that a joke or is that what you think?
It's a theory.
All right, so neither.
So no, I mean.
No, it's a theory.
No, it's just a theory. They teach us a lot of things, just a theory. For example, I flew 20 hours a day. Not once did I go.
You can totally tell he's totally flat. Totally flat. I mean, every time he brings it up, he's always got these good points, but he'll say things like that. Like, they teach us a lot of things. It's just a theory, and what he's trying to say is they teach us a lot of lies, right? So let's continue.
This way.
You
It was
didn't.
all straight. I didn't go, you know,
You
I
didn't tip
go,
over an edge. Yeah.
No, I didn't tip over. I didn't go upside down. So, but it's just,
But,
it's just a
but,
theory.
but you know, you can fly to
It's a
Australia.
conspiracy theory.
No.
No.
Because if you left New York, you can fly that way to Australia, and if you left out of Los Angeles, you can fly that way. So
Yeah,
how does
but-
that work?
Yeah, but it's still a straight line. You don't go under. No, it's just a theory. And then another theory, how they say the world is spinning.
Yeah.
I've been living on a house at a lake for 30 years. Not once did the lake rotate to the left or rotate to the right.
You know what? I've thought of that too. Shay. I've thought, if we're spinning so fast, why aren't we dizzy?
Yeah,
I
why
don't
aren't we
get that
dizzy?
either.
Yeah, so.
Right. You're right. You don't have to even pick sides. You just have to be open to suggestions of different things, I suppose.
You never know, do you?
Never know.
Actually, sometimes you do know. So place your bets down in the comments, would you? Where's it going to be? Kimmel or Fallon? Where will Shaq have to retract? You must retract, you anti-science, anti-vax, anti-big pharma piece of trash. His bogus anti-scientific claim that the Earth isn't a spinning ball in space. Uh-oh. So there you go. Anyway, you can find all those things at the... Would it be open in a separate window? At the Linktree, and then you've got... Oh, YouTube. There you go. There's your Speaker's Corners on there. And you've got TikTok, you've got Rockfin, Odyssey, which is all the old videos. So if you're looking for old stuff, check out Odyssey. You've got the Cryptoism YouTube, Cryptoism Rockfin. Then you've got all the Telegram links. If you're looking for the Telegram links, you've got my personal link. This is pretty much the only way to contact me now. If you email me, good luck on that one. This is where you get notified of all the live streams and videos. There's a couple public channels you can join. There's a couple private channels you can join. Jeranism Links is where all the links go. Jeranism Says. Real Flat Earth is David and I's channel where we put Flat Earth videos. You got a couple crypto tabs if you're interested in the consultation classes, all that stuff. And then you've got support if you want a Cash App, send a tip, or get a t-shirt. And then my mailing address. And if you want to join the email list, you can do that as well. In case I'm ever taken down, you can still find me. So that's Linktree, linktr.ee/Jeranism. All right, let's go back to, we got Pascalore. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Yourself?
Excellent. Now, I've got the screen share. Can you see the...
1 second. Let me get you on here because this is...
It's a good one.
What is going on here? Wait. I must have my left screen browser on. There we go. All right. Now you are on and share your screen. Oh, I see it. How am I going to show this? 1 second, because that's showing the... this way. Okay, that'll work. Go ahead.
Yeah, and how visible am I? Because I'm only looking at the
You are not visible, but your entire screen is. I mean, as far as the piece of paper.
So you see the Pascalorian theory.
Okay.
It's similar to Pythagoras theory, except I am me in real.
Yes. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good joke.
Oh, yeah. Actually, there's no written evidence that
that's very true. I'm glad you're somebody
that he existed. Any of his writings around. Okay, so what you're seeing is what I showed you the very first time, but a better graphic of it. This is the world we think we live on. We're told we live on.
Okay.
Where the sea at the top is what we see, which is the horizon rising eye level. What we're told is that the world is curved down, which is where A would be.
Mm-hmm.
The actual curve is. So this is where we are told we live. But the sea up, the curve, the perspective pulls C up, and yet the curve pulls it down. That's they don't work because they cancel each other out. Perspective is not all the distance between A and C. If you look at a ship on the horizon and you zoom in on it, it only drops down halfway. If this were true, the ship would drop down 144 inches, 12 feet, and beyond the horizon that you would see would just be sky beyond the edge of the horizon, the edge of the world.
Can I say why I disagree? So let me just explain.
Go ahead.
So if somebody is a surveyor and they're looking out through their transit or their theodolite, in the distance they see drop, and that's why they measure.
They see the drop of C dropping down to the zero mark. They don't see it drop all the way down to A.
No, they don't see it drop down to A, but what they see is like,
Right.
let's say there was a stick there, then the stick reduces in size and they call it curvature.
Right, but that's the thing is, it only drops from C down to zero.
Correct.
In other words, let me show you this one.
Okay, I get you.
This is the world we actually live on, where we see the horizon rise up. The perspective is actually 8 inches per mile square, and they kind of stole that. We see 8 inches per mile square, which gives you an actual curve of 0. It's flat because perspective is the only thing that pulls up. The world a curved world that we live on would look like this, where it's still 3 miles out to the horizon.
Yes.
But it would be at foot level. The world, a sphere world would look absolutely flat. But when you zoomed out to this sea, your camera, the horizon would drop all the way down to here, and you'd see the edge.
Right. And
now you still would not see a curve.
No, I don't think
you
so.
Can't see a curve except from a second perspective.
Right.
You can't see it from where you are.
Correct. You would see
I took mechanical drawing in high school. You need 3 views to see a 3-dimensional object. Right. The only way to see the side view curve is from the side, not from the top. You can't see it from the top.
Correct. And so, yes, that's right. So then when you said, what'd you take in drawing or something?
Mechanical drafting, mechanical drawing.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah.
So in order to get a full view of an object, you need 3 views. Even if on a sphere, all 3 views are a circle, you need all 3 of them to make it. And this is the last thing to throw out there before the time runs out. The truth is true, whether you believe it or not. A lie is still a lie, even if you believe it.
The great Pascalore.
There you go.
Thanks a lot, boss. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And I think that you're right. All right. Have a good one.
All righty. Later.
Later. Yeah, it's a great job by Pascalore. I like that take. Let me get rid of him there. And let's bring on Flat Earth 2022. What up? Let me see if I can get you back on the right screen.
Jaronism!
What's up, Joey? How are you?
Good, brother. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yes.
The reason why I wanted to join, besides the fact that you're a living legend and all the respect in the world, is I have a different take on the Bible for you to kind of contemplate.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
So it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong,
okay,
it seems like you're taking a look at the Bible and you're using common sense and you're saying, well, if he really was God, I don't like this God. In a sense, right? Like that wouldn't be worshipable. That wouldn't be worthy, right?
Yeah, I guess where people there's a little bit of a disconnect is that because of the feelings I have towards him, I know that it's not God. So that's what I think people are missing is if I knew that that was God, then I would have to make a choice of whether I wanted to burn forever or whether I wanted to go ahead and go along with whatever he says to do. So that's the
exactly
difference. Right.
And you actually took the words out of my mouth, because I was going to basically tell you that what if you looked at it from that point of view? Like, you know what I mean? Whether he's worshipable or not doesn't matter. If it was really true that he's real, you wouldn't want to go to hell. You'd want to go to heaven. And so then you wouldn't care of his maybe faults that you may see. Like, why did he do that with Abraham? Why did he have to go and have him almost kill his son just to prove to him? Well, maybe you think he's kind of weird, but if it really is God and there really is heaven and hell, then it doesn't really matter if you have issues with him because he's the creator, right?
So do you think that's
kind of that's how I look at it.
Right. Do you think that that's love though? Do you really feel like you love the creator if really you're just scared?
Yeah, and he actually asks us to be afraid. He says, "Don't be afraid of anything but me, because I'll send you to hell." And whether we think it's right or not is what I'm saying is, what if he's wiser and smarter than us? Because some stuff in there we do recognize that's pretty good, and some of it seems pretty crazy. But what if he's just so much smarter than us that just blindly obey him? Because you kind of like have
I put myself. I look at it and I say, what would God be trying to do by create us? Right? If he wanted robots that were just followers who did what he said, who worshipped him when he said, then he wouldn't give us free will. You wouldn't do that. But by giving us free will, to me, tells me that there's a test going on here. And the fact that they've presented us with this character that I don't find worthy of worship and said, this is God, worship him, be afraid of him, worship him. I think it's a test. I think everybody who's afraid of him and worships that God fails. So again, it's just going to be up to you if that's the way you're willing to go. And then for me, I'm willing to take the chance and say there's no way that the creator I think the creator wants to reward those who use their brain. Like, why would God give us a brain if we're not intended to use it? These guys want to just be like, oh, well, God said to do it and we should do it. And well, that to me, then you wouldn't give a brain to people that you wanted to have blind allegiance to. Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion, but I get it. And I don't like
Brother, and Jaron, you're so, this is just opinions, right? We all have opinions on all kinds of different things, right?
I'm not saying I'm right or anything. It's just, this is my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. But you have an educated opinion, and, the fact that you're not bashing the Bible, I've never once heard you ever bash the Bible. I commend you for that, because as you investigate it, sometimes people do tend to do stuff like that, and you're just asking questions and you're giving your opinion. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I would never worship a God like that. You're just making common sense, anecdotal, thoughts to it. Very educated. But two things I'll tell you before I end up going, Darren, because I know you got to take more calls. I was an atheist. I was born as a Christian, right? Just regular, but I didn't know any better. So I wasn't. It's not like I chose it, even though it was fine. But anyways, I moved to Hawaii when I was like 21 and became a bartender for 13 years. And I didn't purposely become an atheist. I just didn't practice anything anymore. I didn't go to church anymore, nothing like that. And I believed through research, as I'm a truther, I believed through research that the Bible is actually a fairy tale. Not a fairy tale, but you know what I mean? It's like made up.
Right.
Written by men, which of course is proven. It is written by men.
Yes.
And I believe that the Council of Nicaea was a big thing for me, where I believe that they had changed what books can be added and which books can be taken away. And so I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense. So I'm not going to be studying this Bible that at one time was one way, and now we're getting, a different take on it. And then, about 7 years ago, I did more research into the Council of Nicaea, and
By the way,
I
just want to tell
that
everybody
actually didn't occur.
I'm letting him go because there's nobody waiting. So just, go ahead.
What's that?
I was just telling the audience so they don't think I'm...
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But anyways, so I re-investigated the Council of Nicaea, and I found out, long story short, it had nothing to do with adding or taking away books. You can fact check that, guys. And so a lot of people that don't believe in the Bible, the Council of Nicaea supposedly being something that what took place there was they were adding and taking away books, isn't true. No books were added or taken away. Provable by reading, go back and research the Council of Nicaea and see what it was about. It was about talking about Jesus, because at that time, Old Testament, New Testament, they didn't want to believe in Jesus. So it had nothing to do with adding or taking away books.
But there's other religions have different amount of books, right? Like it's not
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can choose anything you want. You can choose anything you want, but the most historical, and everything's written by man. All history is written by man. But the most historical,
so who took out Enoch?
Most written about book in the world is the Bible. So there is some history there. It's provable history. It doesn't prove that Jesus is the Son of God, but a lot of the history can be proven from the Bible. So
who decided
it's one of our old historical books that we have.
Who decided that Enoch shouldn't be in there?
Who decided?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The Book of Enoch, how do we know that the Book of Enoch is legit? I've studied
I don't know.
All these books. And if you do your research on all these books, like, the book of, Adam and Eve, they even have a book now. And, this book and that book. And there's supposedly, extracts of the Bible, supposedly, right? But the Bible states, if you believe the Bible, it says, can I add to or take away? And just because it mentions Enoch or a book from Enoch doesn't mean that there's actually a book of Enoch. These things were found, just like dinosaurs. These things, these extra biblical books were found 1945, 1957. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, huh? All of a sudden. So I think that it puts truthers in a spin too, because, you start hearing this stuff like, the Book of Enoch, and it sounds so crazy. It's explaining the cosmos in such a crazy way. So, but I don't believe, I'm not sure if I 100% believe that those books were really found, or if they're just, frauds. Like just recently, they found out that the Galileo manuscript, where they're saying that the Earth, is rotating around the sun, where he's proving it with his telescope, they found that was a fake.
Yeah.
I don't know if you just read that. You saw that? Yeah. Amazing, yeah?
Yeah, there's lots of fake stuff.
I don't know if that's even true or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Extra biblical books. So.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaron. Love you.
Peace. You're not. Oops, I missed what he was saying there at the end. I was just reading real quick. I wanted to get the exact definition for morality. It's to say differentiation between of intentions, decisions, and actions between those that are distinguished as proper and those that are improper. So that's morality. Okay. And then, but according to them, as far as I can tell, we can't use morality on God because that presupposes morality before God. And obedience is compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority. Okay, because that's what I'm seeing. They call it that they're moral, but they're not really. It's not. It's because they're not deeming something right or wrong. They're just obedient. All right, let's go to the next person. We've got Brenda Debates. Brenda, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Evening. Your time starts now. Go.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I've been watching some of your videos, and it seems, especially the last couple ones or so, it seems to me that the only thing that you really have is denial. I mean, and incredulity. All you ever do when confronted with facts or opinions that counter your own, you just say that you don't believe it because it doesn't seem plausible to you.
So I'm required to believe things that seem plausible to you, but not me?
Well, I think that that's not a very good reason for rejecting something. Just because you don't
feel
like it.
Because you don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the one that I saw recently was about the moon and stuff. And since you think it's just, you just say you just don't believe it because you don't find it credible.
Which video are you talking about?
You had a recent one. What was it? A couple ones ago. But you've posted numbers of them.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Interview with 4BZ Truth, in which you expressed a lot of skepticism about moon landings. But you've expressed skepticism about that before.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know we talked about the moon landings.
Well, I may be confusing that with some other video, but you've expressed, maybe it was fake X. I don't know. But a lot of times your criticism simply amount to, I just don't believe it because I think it's unbelievable because you say it's ridiculous, or you say it's incredible. And that's not really, in my book, a sufficient reason to reject something.
Good thing that you're not required to believe what I do.
I'm not saying that you're required to. You can be irrational if you like.
Yes,
but it's not a rational reason for rejecting something.
Well, that comes down to your emotion. Yeah, but it comes down to your opinion of what is rational or what's not. I mean, you believe that we're flying through space right now, 1.2 million miles per hour, correct? That's not a rational belief, Brenda. You just believe it because you believe in men who have written that down on paper and said, "Look, paper proves it." What?
No, it is rational. It is rational to believe.
We're flying through space at 1.2 million miles per hour?
Yeah.
Oh, that's real rational. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because we can measure our speed.
How?
Relative to you compare rates. You compare one thing to another thing.
What do you mean? But they're numbers. They're not. They don't actually calculate the speed.
Yeah, they do.
How?
By comparing our speed relative to something else. That's the only way you can know how fast something is going.
What?
Like other galaxies, like the sun, like the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
Okay.
We're revolving around.
Do you understand it's math? It's not calculating. They're not actually measuring anything.
Math. Yeah, that's what math is.
Oh boy, here we go. Mm-hmm. Yes, but it's not the same as measuring. Do you understand the difference between
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but do you understand that I could tell you all about let's say it's a theme park that I have, right? And it's out on an island, and the theme park, I own it, and I give you a piece of paper, and it has all the math on there. Sorry for the sound. It's going to go away here in a second. And it has all the math on it, and it tells you the angle of every roller coaster. It tells you the distance between them. It tells you the incline. It tells you the weight. It tells you everything, right? So the mathematics is perfect, but the theme park itself doesn't exist. So how could I hand you the math and you say, well, the math works out, so they calculate the speed of the roller coaster cars? And I say, yeah, but they don't exist.
So
So what? So you're.
What do you mean so?
So what if you walked
It
around
means
telling
that
everybody?
it means that if that roller coaster existed according to that design,
Yes.
then the physics say it
No-
would go and
and
travel at
nobody's-
such and such speed.
Absolutely, that's what we were saying about the globe. I'm not saying anything other than that.
No, we're not saying our results are measured in objective reality. They aren't simply conjectures.
They've never even
measured.
seen the great attractor, and you're saying it's measured objectively.
Yes, we do.
You've
it's
seen-
it's in the CMB. It's in the cosmic background radiation data.
Okay.
So yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yes, we do see it.
Mm-hmm. The great
Yes,
attractor
but
is being seen.
you're just denying. Denial.
Yeah, because you need to bring some
it's
sort of
a-
evidence to that.
Yeah, that's measured. It's observed.
The great attractor is observed.
The cosmic background radiation is.
Mm-hmm.
It's observed.
Yes. So, and how do you feel about dark energy, dark matter? You think that's a smart move by science?
What do you mean? It's something that we know must be there.
Oh boy, dude, you are seriously so dumb. Dude, okay, look at what about when Feynman says?
Now wait a minute. Don't you can object if you disagree with
I
me,
object.
but don't say I'm dumb.
Okay, I object.
Because I believe in standard science.
Okay, I object because Feynman said when the observations don't match the theory, you get rid of the theory. He did not say when observations don't match the theory, you invent something that must be there.
Yeah, that's part of theorizing, is that you come up with explanations that would account for your observations.
What?
We've thrown away that we've dark matter and dark energy are not in the current theories, right?
Yes, they are.
They're based. No, they're not. It's not part of the standard model.
Do physicists believe it's there?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was
They
saying.
believe it there based on observations, but the observations
But they're not observing what they.
don't. The
Right.
observations don't comport with our standard understanding, right? So we need to hypothesize an additional explanation for why this observation.
So why did
makes
Feynman say?
sense.
Why did Feynman say we need to get rid of the theory? And you guys have decided
But
that's not
that's what they're doing. They're coming up with a new theory.
true. No, the theory is
to-
gravity. The theory is gravity. Gravity is not working in the far out.
Nobody's throwing away the theory of gravity.
Yeah, no shit, and they should because it doesn't work.
But they have a new theory that it might not be due to
Their
gravity.
new theory includes things that have never been observed.
They are observed. We
Dark matter and
observe-
dark energy.
We observe the effects of them.
You've made it up. You've already you've presupposed that they're
No.
the reason for the effects.
So when humans first noticed that aberrations in the orbit of Uranus, right? They came up with the theory to account for it, that there must be Neptune, which is perturbing Uranus, which accounts for those perturbations, and that conforms with our understanding of gravity. So that's called an indirect observation, right? So we can observe things directly and indirectly. Dark matter is observed indirectly.
Okay,
We
but they
don't
didn't make
know-
up. They didn't make up something that has never been observed.
They didn't make it up. It's real. It's an observation.
Okay, you're missing the point here. Lastly,
Uh,
are you embarrassed
Yeah,
by
you're
the?
just what?
Go ahead.
No, you're just not understanding how science works.
No, because
And
you guys.
all you have so far is nuh-uh.
No, you.
Yes.
No, believe me, there's plenty more than
Yeah.
that. Okay, what about your space time?
What about it?
It's the fabric of space time, right?
Yeah.
But what is it?
It is what you have when you take away everything else.
So nothing is space time.
It's not a philosophical nothing. It's a physics of the very space and time itself.
Which is bent by massive objects.
It is bending is one way of describing it.
Right, but it's nothing. Nothing's bending.
It's not a nothing. It's
Oh, you just said it was
physical.
nothing.
No, it's what's left when you remove everything else.
Okay, so
It is space time
Mhm.
is some people have theorized that space time is the result. It is an effect of underlying physics that they don't know about. But for the time being, space-time is a physical part of the universe. It is the,
But you
like
can't
they
touch
said,
it. You
the
can't grab
fabric.
it. But you can't touch it. You can't measure it. You can't grab it.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Spread out your hands 1 foot apart, and that's 1 foot of space-time.
Oh, so you just you just made it up, and then it's bent because you say
No, I
it is.
didn't make it up. I didn't make it up.
Yes. Well, then I could call it anything I want, right?
Well, you can call it whatever you want, but what it is described by is the mathematics. The mathematics.
Oh, the
is what
mathematics
fully
tell us.
describes it.
Yep.
Math is the language of science.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, and
It
arithmetic.
describes, mathematics describes
Yeah.
the world we are a part of.
Yeah, it's a language. It's
Yes,
it's a
that
concept, right?
describe- Right. It names
Mhm.
things in the real world that actually exist
Well, it doesn't name
objectively
things, but-
outside of our subjective opinion.
Okay, where's the number 3? Show me the number 3.
The number 3 is a concept.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, but if I say I have 3 apples, I have 3 apples.
Yeah, then you're describing another item.
That's what exactly. That's
Okay.
what mathematics does. It describes things.
Right, but you have the apples here. You have the apples in front of you.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them.
Okay, so imagine if you then take that to some in Narnia. So
Good.
Narnia, as long as our math works, then Narnia is true.
No, that doesn't follow.
Why not?
Why should it?
Because the math works, and you said math describes the world.
Yeah.
Well, then, if math describes the world, and I give you equations that work in Narnia, why isn't Narnia real?
Because there's no objective reality of Narnia.
Well, there you go.
Well, if you describe 3 apples to me and I don't have 3 apples, then I still don't have 3 apples.
Well, the apples is totally different. Those are here where we can touch
That's
them.
not different. That's the same thing. That's
It's different
what you
than
just
Narnia.
said.
I said it's different
That's
than
what
Narnia.
you just said. You just
No,
said
I
that if
didn't.
you describe Narnia mathematically, it must exist.
Right.
And that's false. If
Oh.
you describe 3 apples mathematically, it doesn't follow that they exist.
Well, we know apples exist.
I don't have 3 apples.
Hmm.
If you count to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. By the way, that's calculating, which you said
Arithmetic.
I can't do. No, that's calculating. That's calculating. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. That's a calculation, right? But if
Sure.
you count to 3, that doesn't mean I have 3 apples. So if you give a mathematical description of Narnia, it doesn't follow that Narnia exists.
Right, but if you told everybody that it did and put it in school books, then people would believe it, and they would be coming at us with the same
But they would
rhetoric
be
that you
wrong.
are. That's why
They
we
would
think
be
you're wrong.
wrong because there's no such place. There's no such place as Narnia.
Now you're starting to get it.
Unlike science is based on observations. We have observations
Oh,
that
yes.
confirm what we've done.
Like
We've-
the dinosaurs 67 million years ago. We have observations that tell us
Yes,
that.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, we do. Yes, we can dig up their bones.
Right. When you test them, why do they come back at 10,000 years unless
They
you-
don't.
They do.
They don't.
I've
No,
already
they
told the
don't.
story. Okay.
No, that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
That's a
There's
lie.
10
No,
PhD
it's-
scientists, shut up, 10 PhD scientists submitted bones, T-Rex bones, to a lab. The lab came back at all the bones were 10,000 to 14,000 years old.
Yeah.
Then when they found out that they were dinosaur bones, all the PhD scientists got in trouble. Their paper got destroyed.
Yes.
Right, because they
Yes,
have to
as
tell
they
the
ought
lab
to have been.
they have to tell the
As they
lab
ought
that
to
they're
have
dinosaur bones.
because if you measure something improperly, you'll get
Of
wrong
course.
measurements.
Mhm. Yeah, of
You'll
course.
get the wrong measurements if you measure something wrong.
Yeah, you got to press the button that says
No,
dinosaurs.
you not understanding how radiometric dating is doing isn't going to help you,
Mhm.
right? So they conducted radiometric dating incorrectly.
Because they weren't told ahead of time what the item was.
No, that's your conspiracy theory.
What?
That's your delusion. That's your delusional conspiracy theory.
Oh, it's delusional?
right? Yes.
Okay.
To think that that's how radiometric dating is done. Have you ever
It is-
read up on how it's done?
You have to tell them
Yeah.
what the item is.
If you, no, that's not how it works. That's
All right.
your conspiracy theory.
Let's leave Brenda
You
alone.
think
Call back next week. Brenda, that's too long. We shouldn't let Brenda go that long. All right, let's sacred. I don't know why you guys keep coming back twice. In the future, do not come twice. Oh, now he left. What? And you too. What do you want? Quick. People are not supposed to be on here twice. You're on mute.
I apologize. I had something quick to say, please. I will be only half a moment, okay?
Half a moment.
Basically, the Archons control us, and they're unseen, kind of like parasitic rulers, and they're everywhere. They're like fleas, right? So I developed these Orgonite devices, which I highly recommend to clear your mind. Here's one that boosts synchronicity. It uses selenite, which you have in your brain. And just so you know, everyone be conscious that they're everywhere and they're manipulating reality in the unseen realm, which is even more important almost than pondering on God's existence, because obviously there's a creator. But there's archonic demons that literally are in all things and cause electricity because they're made of ether. And that's all I have to say, but think about it. But thank you very much. Very
Later.
much. Sorry about
No problem. Claptrap in the house. Oh, am I not supposed to call you that? Are you a new guy now? Upside down.
I'm upside down. I got a picture.
What up, upside
There's
down?
nothing about me that's absurd.
I think we're
Can
going
you hear
to, yeah, we're going to stop the, no more people on the StreamYard, please. And I'll give you the phone number when we come back. We'll be over at Rockfin, but let's let Claptrap
Do I
get us out of
what?
here. Do you want?
Oh, I thought we were on Rockfin because I wanted to talk about herpes and stuff.
Are we not allowed to talk about that on YouTube?
No, we can. I actually wanted to talk about Project Bluebeam.
Okay.
I would share my screen, but I think it would take too long. But I think Project Bluebeam is impossible because you need a background to create a hologram. And these people that think Project Bluebeam is possible are misled.
So the background, supposedly, if you believe in, is the aluminum that the planes are spraying. So
Well, do you want me to talk about chemtrails again?
Nope.
I'll turn my camera on and I'll
Nope.
dance.
Nope. Never. Did you
Okay.
get the links I sent you, though? I sent you a couple chemtrail links from the girl that used to work with the Navy or Army or Air Force.
Well, that's like cloud seeding. So I'm not saying cloud seeding is not a thing, but like the actual.
Wait, that's what she was
What we're-
saying in the link I sent you?
I don't think you sent me. Did you send me links?
You have to check on Telegram. I thought I did. So check on Telegram and let me know. But yeah, I sent you a link
No.
of a lady giving a presentation. No.
No.
I checked him. Okay. I'll find it for you and I'll send it to you.
But like this Project Bluebeam, like these people are thinking like Project Bluebeam will happen in artificial reality, just like Pokemon Go, to where you'll need to hold your cell phone up. They'll say like there's a alien invasion, but only your Apple phone or your Google phone.
Oh,
will
well, I'll agree with
see-
you. I don't think it's going to work the way people think. Yeah, they're not going
Like you'll have to look through a
Yes.
lens to see it. And these
Correct.
people that say like, "Oh, you never seen the Disney World whales just flying around or whatever," like the very pretty. It's artificial reality. So artificial reality requires a lens to look through. So there's that, and then there's
But okay, what about like you mean like a sheet to look through, or you don't
Well, no,
believe
no,
that they
like-
can create that in the atmosphere with particulates?
that's impossible because you need a backdrop.
Have you
Okay,
ever
so
seen- but have you ever seen a hologram?
Tupac?
Yeah, have you seen a
You've seen
hologram?
Tupac dance around, right?
Okay, that's a
On
hologram.
stage.
Mhm.
Well, if you look on how it's done, there's a backdrop. There's it's kind of like those 3D chalk printings on the ground where people will draw a 3D chalk art on the ground in a flat surface, and it looks 3D. But if you zoom out, it's like 30 feet long.
Okay.
It needs a backdrop to where like that. I don't. It's
I guess I
hard
don't
to
know what you
explain,
mean
but
by
you need.
backdrop. You're not talking about a screen that it's actually appearing on. You're saying something that it appears in front of.
Yeah, like just like a projector. Like you need a projector to shoot onto a sidewall. Like say you have a projector.
Yeah, well, the Project Bluebeam
to
would
watch
be
a
that they
movie.
have a projector. That would be the point.
But it needs a backdrop. Like the projector just can't shoot in the sky and create a 3D image.
I think that they've shown it. I'm trying to think.
No,
of,
that's what you're seeing is augmented reality. It's CGI. It's all video imagery.
So, like, let me show you that. Yeah, nobody's saying it's real when you say it's video
No,
imagery.
there's conspiracy theorists that are like, oh, Project Bluebeam, and like, oh, did you see the Seattle New Year's Tower?
Right. Can you see the
And
screen?
I see.
It's like a little,
Yep.
So like these, when you're talking about, let me show you these ones here. It's going to get a little further. When you get these, like, okay, have you seen this before? What are these people watching that on? Let me see. So what is the screen here when they show this whale jumping at a right here?
Look at the audience. That's fake. It's not there. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I get you. So that's just
augmented reality. It's not there in person.
They're not seeing it.
No, because if you see a different angle of these same people, there's you see those little heads right in front of us.
Yeah, you might be right. Now that I think about it, you probably are right. Let me see what else they have, because I've seen other ones that are a little less like these ones. Those aren't real.
I see a rhino.
Yeah. So this is supposedly at some kid's place where these animals walk around with the children.
No, that's augmented reality. That means, like, okay, if we had our phone up, we would see a Pokemon right there with the panda bear or the elephant. It's not the same thing.
So like, are the little children seeing the animal or no?
No, they're not. Unless they have. They're not. They're definitely not.
So what are all those people standing there watching? Nothing.
They're probably looking at, like, those fake or those dinosaurs that have, like, they're realistic velociraptors with their feet. Like, you can see their feet and they're like kind of realistic.
Kind of.
But you see the guy's feet and they're like controlling them. They might be seeing something like that, but it's not real. Like you're not seeing what they're seeing. We're looking through augmented reality.
So these people are not seeing these motorcycles there in person.
That train? You think that train was real? Look, she's looking through her phone.
I don't know what you mean by real. No, it's not real. But do I think that they can do holograms in the sky like that? I think so. Yeah, I think
no. You need a backdrop. You can't just have stuff portrayed in the atmosphere.
I think
you can't. There's no holograms like Star Wars. There's no Star Wars holograms. You need a backdrop to portray the image. This is all just hocus pocus.
You might be right. I'm not worried about Bluebeam at all, because I think mainly the reason is that
you think that 3D artworks, they can rarely see that? You really think they can see that?
Well, they're wearing glasses, so I'm assuming they see it through the glasses.
Do you think that T-Rex is real?
Do I think it's real, or do I think it's on the table there?
So they can see it.
Well,
it's augmented reality.
I'm trying to think of versions. I'm trying to think of versions that I've done myself. Like I've done it with the iPhone, where you build a pyramid with CD cases, and then you can see. But that's the screen. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you're looking through the screen. You're looking like if there was an alien invasion, they'd be like, "Oh no, the only way to see through their camouflage is looking through your phone and looking up in the sky, and then you can see it."
Because there's no way they could project something from the ground up and then everybody see it.
Yeah, that's impossible. Just like the Seattle space tower. What is that?
Now that wasn't real, right? Nobody there could see that.
It's amazing, but like no one could see it. But like people would have to look through their phone and then see it.
Right. All right. Good point. I like it.
It's completely a hoax.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it, because the only thing I've seen that I'm not seeing now is the
It's completely impossible. And you could be like, "Oh, they have a patent for it," but I mean, I could have a patent to make my unit.
Yeah, no,
grow
I wouldn't
6
believe
inches.
it. No, I doubt that. But I wouldn't believe.
And then I don't need to prove it, but I could have a patent. I could be like, "Oh no, all you got to do is drink." I could come up with some type of patent, and then my appendages will grow 6 inches longer. I could have long fingers.
Nice.
But I don't need to prove it. But I could have a patent for it. Like patents don't need to be proven.
You just kind of have to have a good description. All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of agree with you. I'm gonna see. I like it though, because I love to find things that I used to think were real that I think are fake. So now I'm gonna go with holograms are fake.
Well, Project Bluebeam is like this. It makes us look so stupid. In my opinion,
I don't really know people that are really going around saying it much anymore, because COVID did what Project Bluebeam was supposed to do.
Oh, hey, Rockfin. Hey, if that's okay with Marty.
Oh shit, I forgot. Let's go over there. Thanks, Claptrap. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Hey, and I did. Hey, go check out Remember the girl, the video I sent you of the girl being a whore?
You sent me a lot of those videos. No, I'm just kidding. But
brushing your teeth.
Sorry, are you laughing? I don't know what you're talking about. I
Right,
have no idea.
right below that it says ex-military bioenvironmental engineer blows whistle on Air Force chemtrails. Go watch that.
I gotta relook it, but possibly.
Here, I'm
But
putting.
I just don't think chemtrails are real.
reply Here, I know. That's why I'm giving you this video. There you go. Watch that.
Is Brenda gonna call back?
No,
I wanted
you're only allowed
to have a
once.
three-way. I wanted to have a
Oh
three-way
my God, get the
conversation.
hell out of here. All right,
I'm
later.
just kidding. That sounded great.
That did sound really bad, really awful. All right, let's head over to Rockfin. Let's take a few seconds. Everybody here at YouTube, become a channel member if you want. That'd be great. It's $5 a month. You get the little emojis and all that fun stuff. And eventually we'll do shows for just those people and chats for just those people as soon as we have more than 20. Well, I mean, we have 20 now, as soon as we have several more than 20. And we're going to go to Rockfin. In the meantime, I'm going to get the call board up. We're going to take off. Oh, we've got that already off. And then we've got the phone number of 888. Is it on here or not? Let me see if it's one of these. Nope. I lost it. All right. 888-698-FLAT. 1-888-698-FLAT. Give me a few minutes to have that open. And let's listen to a song in the meantime. What do we want to listen to? Is there anything new that I've been liking? Let's see here what we've got over here. See if there's anything exciting. Any new songs I've heard that I like. No. What is this? Oops, sorry. Oh, that's that. Okay. That is the intro for Jeranism Does. Let's see what else we got here and see if we've got anything we want to listen to. Yeah, I like B.O.B. We'll listen to some B.O.B. And let's go to Rockfin, though. Everybody, you're going to hear the outro at YouTube, and then it's going to cut off somewhere in the middle. If you want the link to go to Rockfin, it is free while the show is live, but then as soon as it ends, it will no longer be free. So let me grab you the link, share, and where is it? Why don't I see the share button there? Just share, copy link. Okay, I'm going to put this in the YouTube chat. We'll see you guys over there. Please come by. It's free. And you don't even need to have an account. You can go over there and watch, or you can just stay at YouTube where they're now going to start pre-bunking things. Have you heard this? So the post-truth era is upon us, guys. And we're going to need to find somewhere else to be, but the audience is at YouTube. That's why we do the half the show here. Thank you to those guys who called in. We'll have more calls in about 5 or 10 minutes. Get your bathroom break, smoke them if you got them, and all that fun stuff. Here is the outro. We'll see you guys shortly over at Rockfin. Till then, be good to each other. Don't lie to each other. Open your mind. There is truth inside. See you at Rockfin. Till then, peace.